All right, the scene is set. We're in Madrid for a massive Champions League quarter-final, the second leg. And really, all signs are pointing to an Atletico Madrid win. Unless, that is, Barcelona can pull off something truly historic. This is the story of one absolutely sensational game.
Okay, so let's dive right in. The first thing you have to understand is the massive mountain Barcelona had to climb. Coming into this game at the Metropolitano, they were already trailing by 2 goals on aggregate. And let me tell you, that is a huge ask against one of the toughest, most organized defensive teams in all of Europe.
So really, the whole night boiled down to this one single question. Could Barcelona, a team famous for its beautiful attacking style of football, actually overcome a 2-goal deficit away from home on the biggest stage there is? The drama was perfectly set.
And you know what? Barcelona answered that question, and they answered it fast. I mean, they didn't just start well. They came out with an absolute explosion of intent. You could tell they were on a mission to unravel that famously rigid Atletico defense right from the first whistle.
And get this, just 4 minutes in, Lamine Yamal finds the back of the net. It came from a rare mistake at the back by Atletico, and Barcelona just pounced on it with lethal precision. All of a sudden, that mountain they had to climb, it didn't look quite so high anymore.
You could literally feel the energy in the stadium shift in that moment. It was, just like the commentators were screaming, the perfect start. Hope wasn't just some distant dream for Barcelona anymore. It was real. It was right there, ringing in their ears.
So with that goal, the aggregate score ticks over to 2-1. And now you can really see the path forward for Barcelona, right? Just one more goal and this whole tie is level. Now the job was far from done, but make no mistake, the comeback was officially on.
And they didn't even have to wait long for it. We're only 23 minutes into the match, a brilliant, incisive pass slices through the defense, and Ferran Torres absolutely smashes it home. What an unbelievable start for the visitors.
Just stop and think about that for a second. In less than half an hour, Barcelona had completely, totally erased Atletico's 2-goal lead from the first leg. The home crowd was just stunned into silence. Barcelona was absolutely flying.
And just like that, we've got a whole new ballgame. On the night, it's 2-0 to Barcelona. But more importantly, on aggregate, it's 2-2. We are all square. And all the momentum, I mean all of it, is with Barcelona. It felt like they could score every single time they went forward.
But, football is never that simple, is it? Just when it looked like Barcelona was cruising towards this incredible comeback victory, the entire story of the game got flipped on its head by a moment of pure, classic, counter-attacking brilliance.
Yeah, completely against the run of play. A beautiful pass from Griezmann releases his teammate, who plays it across to Lookman, and he slots it home. It was the absolute classic Atletico sucker punch.
And boom, just like that, the whole picture changes again. Now get this, Barcelona is still winning 2-1 on the night, but that one goal from Atleti puts them back in front, 3-2 on aggregate. And suddenly, Atletico are the ones back in the driver's seat for a spot in the semifinals.
But wait, the drama is nowhere near over. Barcelona start pressing forward like their lives depend on it, and the ball falls to Ferran Torres again, and he scores. It's 3-1 on the night. That means it's 3-3 on aggregate. The celebrations are absolutely wild.
But then, the referee puts a finger to his ear. The video assistant referee, VAR, is having a look. And just like that, the cheers die down. They're replaced by these nervous whistles, and the entire stadium just holds its breath.
And it's heartbreak for Barcelona. The goal is ruled out for offside. The replays show it was the right call, but man, that doesn't make it any easier. It is an absolute gut punch. Think about that psychological blow, going from the highest of highs, thinking you've leveled the tie, to the crushing low of being behind once again.
So you go from this moment of incredible hope to total despair. The whole game is just balanced on a knife edge. But the match was about to turn on one single massive, game-altering decision that would pretty much seal the deal.
Okay, so to really get what happens next, you need to know about a rule called DOGSO. It stands for Denial of an Obvious Goal Scoring Opportunity. Basically, if a player is through on goal with a clear chance to score and they get fouled, the rules are absolutely ruthless.
And, well, that's exactly what happened. An Atletico attacker breaks clean through the defense. He gets pushed over while he's through on goal. The referee goes over to check the monitor just to be sure, and then he reaches for his pocket. It's a straight red card for Barcelona's Garcia.
And the impact of that is just devastating for Barcelona.
I mean, their already difficult mission just became nearly impossible. They still need to find a goal just to level the tie, but now they've got to do it with only 10 players on the field.
So, this all sets up a frantic, desperate final few minutes. How on earth was this incredible match going to end? With the man advantage, all Atletico, the absolute masters of defensive organization, had to do was just hold on.
And what followed was basically a siege. Barcelona, even down to 10 men, threw everything they had, the kitchen sink, all of it, forward. There was a big chance for Araujo that went begging, a header was squandered, but for every single desperate attack, Atleti had an answer. A heroic block here, a scrambled clearance there, and a vital touch from the keeper that somehow clawed a certain goal away.
And so when the final whistle finally blew, we were left with this strange paradox. Barcelona actually won the match on the night, 2-1, a famous victory in Madrid. But it was Atletico Madrid who won the war. They held on to win the tie 3-2 on aggregate, and they're the ones moving on to the semifinals after a truly sensational game of football.
What an epic two-legged tie, just defined by these incredible moments of brilliance and total despair. But it really leaves you with a question, doesn't it? In a game that was decided by the absolute finest of margins, what was the one moment that truly tipped the scales? Was it the red card? The disallowed goal from VAR? Or was Barcelona's incredible comeback just doomed from the start because of that 2-goal deficit that carried into the night? A true classic we won't be forgetting anytime soon.